I've got another angle to this discussion, and as we're talking about challenges, I'd like to bring that because Atos, we've been doing for Ferrari 20, 30 years back, maybe even British American Tobacco, where for them, winning a race was important. And we did real-time monitoring of the car. And Ferrari is not just a manufacturer of cars, engine, they are also the operator when they race. And I want to compare, and I'm sure Antoine and Enedis will be very happy, compare them to Ferrari. And the reality is they're not. And this is how to switch a niche offering, because for sure, for the manufacturer to monitor in real time performance of the asset is important for improving the design. Right. But for an operator, they don't care. They want to operate the asset at the best level. And they want to operate it in a mass market, in a mass, not a niche solution. So the problem of predictive maintenance is that we flow these operators with tsunami of data. Manufacturers don't give any design information to them because it's called IP otherwise, and they have to put machine learning to try to identify how the asset works. So, of course, what I'm bringing here a big stone on the pavement here, but it's reality how to bring this information that makes sense to them to operate efficiently, cost-effectively, and also, of course, to sweat the assets at the levels that, of course, the regulation and the safety can bring. And this is not easy. I've worked with Siemens to let them on their new transformers. They have put digital information available. Guess what? Nobody's using it because the operators don't know how to exploit that data.
Well. So that is the second part. The third part I'd like to that was brought up as part of the presentation was about the whole drone, inspections as well as energy management. So I'd like to ask Paul, since you brought that up, tell us a little bit about the drone project, because I found that very, very intriguing and very interesting.
Yeah, I think many utilities, and Enedis is doing it as well. But what we have done is starting from the inspection itself. And you know that PG&E in the US is the largest world bankruptcy, $31 billion, Chapter 11, right? Because they sweated the assets, they didn't do the inspections of their power grid, they had a transformer blow up. And evidence is that
they are my customer. I know nothing about what you're talking about.
So as they not, or they were my previous one, so it is proven that they sweated the inspections, and that means from one year to the other they didn't do the regular inspections, they didn't do the vegetation management. So there is a legal case. I think it's still ongoing, the legal case, and they will be more or less prosecuted, I guess. So. What we are doing is, from the inspection itself, trying to optimize, because as we said, it takes a lot of efforts. It's one of the biggest OPEX for utility, doing these inspections of power lines and the vegetation management associated with it. So we're going to improve the data quality. There are a lot of problems. We talked often about digital twin. The problem is how do you put in place data governance and digital and data accuracy into the mix, because either the position, either the type of pylons, either even the vegetation that is around, what kind of trees do you have around it? And you can apply after modeling to say, hey, I usually do these inspections every 6 months or 1 year. We can say, oh, actually, the essence of trees have been detected to be beech trees or oak trees, and therefore their growth can be predicted more accurately based on rainfalls. So you can do inspections more accurately to do with these cycles and so on. And then, of course, what you're going to try to do is to detect defects. And the advantage of the drone, and with high quality images and so on and so forth, not only you detect the problem, but you're going to have all the environment. So generally speaking, when you detect a default in the classical way, you need to send a team to evaluate what needs to be done. And here, you with one pass, you have, because you have all the data, you can therefore also better plan the work order that needs to be done behind. And it's not just for vegetation; it can be for corrosion. And so we're working. We were very fortunate last year to win a mega deal in the US and the UK with National Grid. And we are developing with Google Cloud, but also Google AI, ability to categorize per their levels of corrosion, for example, if there are incidents and so on. And the idea is not to develop too much software, but to use the deep learning models to categorize that automatically. I mean, I'm not going to disclose any confidential information to any utilities because we work with many. But what I can tell you, introduction of digital measurement is a new technology. There are some meters, I can tell you, I won't give you manufacturer names, but they drift, okay? And even big ones, right? The usage of data to detect non-technical losses, but also technical losses, is absolutely necessary because this introduction of smart meters is new. Okay, and there are systems that oversee all this, and we have identified some issues, yes. And so we don't need to have meters, checking meters, but you can do mass balances very quickly and realize you have some issues. And of course, those manufacturers will have to replace their fleet of meters if they happen. But our return of experience is learning, is growing, but I can tell you we need to be careful with this.